All right, our budget dashboard starting to come together here. We got 3 separate tables broken out by bills. We can see the bills that we've been paying every month, the amount versus the actual, and get the difference. We got the same thing for expenses, and we got our subscriptions table there. All 3 of these tables support our information, right? Support the bills that we're paying every month. And it's gathering all that data from the expense tracker worksheet, okay, which is actually grabbing data from the other worksheet so that we can get that nice little drop down here. Now, the 3 little tables that we have on our dashboard, they're great, but they're categorized, right? They're compartmentalized. They're bills and expenses and subscriptions, 3 separate tables. Now I want to get one master summary list that shows me how much we're spending for each bill, expense, and subscription, and it gives me the overall percentage for each of those bills compared to the grand total that we've spent. Well, to do this, we're going to build a quick little pivot table to summarize our budget. Take a look. Now, our 3 tables, they're 3 separate tables, and they don't all share the same information. For example, bills has a due date, expenses does not, subscriptions doesn't. Subscriptions only got 2 columns versus the 4 or 5 that the other ones have. So a pivot table based off of this isn't going to give us the proper results that I'm looking for. So I'm going to go over to the expense tracker table, and we're going to build a pivot table based off of this. So first step, I'm going to click into the table. Doesn't matter where, just as long as you're in there. I'm going to go up to my Insert tab, and I'm going to go to Pivot Table. All right, first thing, wants to know where your data is at. It should have already picked up your list, expense tracker, or whatever you called the table. The next thing is it wants to know where you want to put the pivot table. Now, eventually, I want to place it on the dashboard. But for right now, let's keep it on New Worksheet, and I'll hit OK. All right, this creates a brand new sheet down here. We're going to move it here in a little bit, but for now, we'll work right here. Inside of our field lists, let's move that over so you can get it away from my big old head there. There we go. Inside the field list, I'm going to grab the expense, which is the name of the bills or expenses or subscriptions, and I'm going to drag that into the row section. Then I'm going to grab the amount, and I'll drag that into the value section. All right. So now we've got that nice little list there, all of our current bills that we've paid up to this point, and the amounts. All right, looking good. We got that blank one in there. Well, I don't want the blank, so I'm going to go to the drop down, and I'll uncheck the blank. Let's get rid of that. All right, let's get to that point right there. Let's build a pivot table based off of the expense tracker, right? Just that table right there, right here. Click into there, insert pivot table. Put it on a new sheet, and let's get these 2 columns out there. Expense in the row and the amount inside the value section. Get to that point, and then we'll continue.